parodies, original animations, let's plays, game development, game design tutorials, and more. Join the Mad Hen House Discord server.
Let's do this. Welcome, game developers. Happy Friday to Doug Plays. Doug teaches Ue4 mini tutorial. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna do a continuation of our Cyberpunk quick hack system. Let's do a quick little update though. What's that? Let's take this, flip-flop, kill it. Right, we're gonna move this. I'm gonna do some more quick, it's safe for editing. Okay. Do we have a tickment? We're actually gonna need to have a tickment regardless. Yep. Alright, so let's move this up here for now. Okay. So now what we need to do is we're gonna need a variable. And this variable is going to be bullet time. And we're gonna be, and it has to be a bool. So we're gonna set this to true when it's pressed, set this to false when it's released. So boom and boom. Why do we want to set it to true and false when it's pressed and released? Okay, so in Cyberpunk 2077, you can toggle it on and off with caps lock, but if you press and hold tab, it goes bullet time. If you release it, it stops going bullet time. Oh, okay. So we're going to branch it out from the tech, pretty much. So let's go here. Let's get is bullet time. I'm just going to hold down B for branch. Put that there. And move this up. Plop that in. True, do that. False, do that. And we're gonna need to. We're gonna have like a sequence in a minute. What's a sequence? A sequence. Long story short, a sequence executes everything it's supposed to do simultaneously. So, while is bullet time is true, let's get this line trace up and running. We're just gonna drag this out. Line trace by channel. And the start, we're going to get the first person camera. We're going to get its forward vector. That'll be the start. And its end, we have to multiply this by a float. And it's going to be, let's say 1300. And then we just add these two together. So plus vector. Plug this in and plug that in. We could have just easily just grabbed this if we wanted. We could have just as easily just grabbed this, but fuck it. I'm fine with just doing this because it does this exact same thing. Now, on our out hit, we want to break the hit result. And now what we want to do is we want to make sure the hit actor is equal to random duder. Okay. So what now? Now we need to create. Now what we can do is here's what we can do. We're gonna have another variable. We're gonna say like. Is loading. Right? Here is where we can set it to true. But we also need to set it to false whenever this is false. So let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna move this down. What the hell? Fucking neighbors, what do you expect? And there's a crew working in my apartment complex. God, I hate this place so fucking much. Alright. So, what did we do? And, technically speaking, again, absolutely nothing. All we're just doing is, well, that's not true. We're making this set to true. The only thing is, it doesn't know what the fuck to do when it's true, what to do with it being set to true. So, now we need two other variables. These are going to be floats. This one's going to be called cur loading, and this is going to be called max loading. Like I said, these are going to be floats. what are these going to do? These are going to be linking up to our loading screen, because how it works is that you need to have a loading screen, and once that loading screen reaches 100%, certain things, what do you want to happen? Okay, so let's recompile these. That's set to 0, and this one be set to, I don't know, let's say 100. So now here's where we have our sequence. So I'm just going to hold down. If you want to get a sequence, just hold down the S as in Sam key, and then left click. You have your sequence. Let's plug this into here. Let's plug this into here. However, then 1 is going to check to see if is loading is true. All right. So if is loading is equal to true, right? Mm-hmm. What we're going to do is we are going to sorry, I just had a dirt moment. We want cur loading, and we're going to add it. We're going to add to it. Why don't you use increment float? Because force a habit. If it's true, we're gonna set it to that. However, if it's false, cur loading will always be reset to 0. So let's take care of that now. Oh my God, serious? Anyway. So let's move this down, because this is getting quite big. Let's do a quick check to see if current loading is greater than max loading. Greater than or equal to what? Oh, greater than or equal to max loading. Let's branch that out. If it's true, we just set cur loading equal to max loading. Is that necessary? It's a good error check, trust me. Okay. Okay, we set current loading to max loading. Now that we have the theory done, let's actually see our progress. So to do that, I'm going to go to content. Where, do I have any? No, I don't have any. Well, I do have game BP. Should I put it in game BP? Fine, I'll use game BP. I'll make it in, fuck it. I'll go back out to content. Fuck it, I'll just put it here. I'll make a new folder. This one will be called UI crap. And here, we need to have a widget blueprint. This will be loading bar. Okay, so we need to have a progress bar on the bottom of our screen, and I'll make sure that it's anchored right here. So let's make sure its alignment is set to 1, 1, and then I'll just make this bigger. Let's move. I said 0, 0. Error. That's terrible. Don't worry, I'm moving it. Right about there should do it. So what do anchors do? Anchors basically, because not everybody has the same screen size, anchors basically say, okay, try to keep it in this portion of the screen, regardless of screen size. You need to have anchors, otherwise your alignment's going to be all over the place if you don't use anchors. Now, with appearance, yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't care because I really don't care about the appearance. But what I do care is the fill in color opacity. What we need to do is we need to create a binding to this thing. Was it this one? No. Not sorry, shit. Not that. Let's remove that binding. Percent. I'm sorry. We have to do the percent binding. We have to create that binding. Sorry. Okay. So we have to get player character, and now we're going to cast to first person character. You should rename the first person character. No. We have to get cur loading And we have to get max loading. And we're going to divide these two. Float divided by float. And then plug this in. Plug this in. Done here. Okay, we're done here. Now, what we need is, in here, back in our first-person character, we need to create a widget. Yeah. Create widget. Well, I've got an idea. Let's just do this in a custom event. Why? Event. And this will be loading bar created. So it will ask if it's loading. If loading is true. Why are you doing that? Because you don't want. Essentially, you don't want the loading bar created every tick event. So we're just gonna use do once. Okay. Do once. But if it does once, how will we reset? Oh. Yeah. And let's create the widget. Or should we? Wait a minute. Well, oh yeah, don't worry. Like, we'll take care of that. Get player controller. Oh my god. Why am I am an idiot. So what kind of widget are we spawning? It's going to be loading bar. Oh my god. What the fuck is wrong with me? And then we're just going to add 2 viewports. And what do I call this? Loading bar created. Okay. Because if it's... How will it reset if it's false? If is loading is false. Loading bar created. So that way it's being reset every tick. But I just don't want to create it every tick. You can create it every tick here if you want. Otherwise, you know. So, that said, what we need to do now is we need to actually find a spot to call it. So let's do that here. Why before the branch? Why can't you do it after the branch? Because after the branch, see, the thing is, we can't do it after the branch because it's checking if current loading is greater than or equal to max loading. So what we can do, if that's the case, is we're actually going to have our screen fully loaded. So that means we're going to have some commands after the fact. Now, that's it. Let's compile and test this. So,
hi, I'm what you'd call a red-blooded American. I work 2 jobs to make sure my family and house are provided.
Huh. Okay. Creates the bar widget. Creates loading bar widget. Okay, fine. Let's get rid of this then. See what happens if I get rid of this. Really wanted to.
Hi, I'm what you'd call a red-blooded American. I work 2 jobs to make sure my family.
Is the line trace working?
But you know, after coming home from a hard day's work, I must want to get away from it all. That's why I'd come into my den and furiously masturbate. But what kind of lube do you...
Well, wait.
Hi.
So, it's running false. Let's print a string.
Hi, I'm what you'd call a red-blooded American. Hi, I'm what you'd call a red-blooded American. I work 2 jobs to make sure my family and house are...
Let's get that out of the way for the time being, because I need to actually examine this.
Hi, I'm what you'd call a red-blooded American. I work 2 jobs to make sure my family and house are provided for. But, after coming home from a hard day's work, I'd less want to get away from it all. That's why I'd come into my den and furiously map. But what kind of food do you use, you might be asking?
Yeah,
I don't use any lubrication. I'd
well,
rather use Happy Nanny's magic mushroom.
the line trace is working.
It feels great. And
You are a random duder, right? Yeah, you're a random duder. Let's look in here. Are we gonna pause the video? Give me a second. Visibility. Persistent.
hi, I'm what you'd call a red.
Huh, that's weird. Pause the video? Yeah, give me a second, because I gotta use the bathroom anyway. Well, I'm an idiot. Welcome back. How are you an idiot? Because of this. I forgot to get world location. Not the... You're supposed to get the world location. That's supposed to be the start. The end point is supposed to be, is adding... taking the forward vector, multiplying it, and then adding it to this. And, if we try again... we see the continuous line trace.
Hi, I'm what you'd call a red-blooded...
Wow, that thing fills up quick. Well, yeah, there's a reason for that. And that reason is, let's get rid of this hello. That's mainly because, well, we're adding 1 to it. You have to understand, the tick event is really, it means every fucking frame. So, I'm just going to put 0.02, right? And even then, I'm pretty sure it's going to fill up fast. Yep. So let's try 0.00001. And current load. Let me see if current load is greater than or equal to max. Yeah. Okay. That thing really fills up quack. Well, quack. Quick. Yeah, it's, again, because, even though we're adding 001 to it, it's still gonna fill up fast, so how would you have to fuck with this? Max load. Let's just say, for all intents and purposes, 5,000. And you'd have to fuck with that even more so. Oh my god, that thing fills up real quick. I know. Ugh. Even with time dilation? Even with time dilation. Because event tick will still move at normal speed, will still move at normal real time. So, yeah, you're gonna have to fuck with this something fierce. And, you know what? Let me see if I think I got this math wrong. Serious? I think so. Let's move this into here, and that into there, and see what happens. So I just swapped current loading and max loading. There we go. So now we can 0.02 and max loading, let's just say 100. So blah. Oh, it's actually loading. Yeah. So let's try 0.1. There we go. That's a long time to load. Yeah. I'll just try 1 then. See what happens. Better. Now let's plug in the do once so that way it's not constantly being called in. And you know what? No, I'm not gonna fucking do that. Fuck that noise. Just plug this here. Is loaded. So now that we have, excuse me. So now that we have our loading bar up and running, we want to do something that completely when it's fully loaded. So I'm just gonna have another widget blueprint. This one will be called hack interface. How did the bathroom run go? Oh, it was amazing. Thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 buttons. This one I'm not even going to bother to anchor. Just make it big. Put some text in the text roller. We'll have 3 commands. This one will be possess. Let's copy paste. I don't even care about the alignment. If you guys want to have the alignment, that is completely up to you. Kill. What's the third command gonna be? I don't know. I really don't know. Fuck. I honestly don't know. Shit. What's the third command that I could use? I don't know. You already have possess and kill, so there's no real third command. Oh, shit. I'll put it on his face. Face? What the fuck is face gonna do? I have no idea yet. But, like, face will be a placeholder. Besides, like, I'm gonna end this tutorial pretty soon. Oh, really? Yeah, because all I'm gonna do is just show the, once this is fully loaded, we just have the interface, and then, like, I'll end it there. Ah, alright, yeah. So now we'll have another boolean. This one will be called is fully loaded. Right? And this will be a bool, obviously. And we're going to set this to true. Oh, man, that I needed to poop. Wow, TMI, Doug. I'm sorry, I said I had to go to the bathroom, so let's have a branch. I'm going to check to see if fully loaded is equal to true. On true, we're going to remove all widgets. Then we are going to set show mouse cursor. I'll just untick context sensitive. Fuck. Set show mouse. Thank you. Set show mouse cursor. We're going to check that. Plug this into here. Get player context sensitive controller. From there, we will then create widget, and it'll be hack interface. And then finally, we will add to viewport. So now once this is fully loaded, hey look, we have our
I'm what you call a jobs to make sure my
what?
family and house.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna. Well, yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. So, how do we reset the thing back to 0? What are you talking about? The loading screen. Oh, okay. So on cast failed. Where are you? Current loading. There you are. Set it. Set it to 0. See? Yeah.
I'm what you call a red-blooded American. I work 2 jobs to make sure my family and house are provided for. But, you know, after coming home from a hard day...
Oh my god, done. I know.
Away
so let's get rid of this persistent. None. I said none, not for frame. Let's set it to none. See? Yeah. So what if I don't want to see the thing on when it's like released or something? What, you mean the tab key? Yeah. Okay, so is bullet time. If it's false, remove all widgets. So that way, I don't have to see it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh. Something's up. There's a bullet time, set the time dilation. You know what? Right. On release, just remove all the widgets. I'll just put it on released. Fuck it. It's simpler for me.
Hi, I'm what you'd call a red-blooded American. I work 2 jobs to make sure my family and house are provided for. But, after coming home...
But it's not... With tablets, there's nothing there. Yeah, I honestly don't remember if what you would call it actually had the loading bar when you hit something or when it's... Dude, you just did a Let's Play of Cyberpunk the other day. Well, yeah, but, I honestly don't remember if the loading screen shows up when you don't hit something. What if we want to do it when we hit something? Okay, fine, then we just... load... Jesus, not load screen. What the fuck was the custom event called? Loading bar. Loading bar created. Okay. Let me just put it here. Loading bar created. Okay. I could mod it here. Fuck it. No, because, the loading bar doesn't... No, the loading bar doesn't show up in Cyberpunk. Unless you hit something. Yeah.
Hi, I'm what you'd call a red-blooded American.
How do we fix the rotation and shit? That'll happen next time. Essentially what we're gonna do next week is, now that we have this whole thing up and running, right? So we're gonna have to go to our update player rotation, which is, I think, move right. And we're gonna have to check to see is fully loaded is set to false. Then we'll be able to add movement input if it's false. If it's true, do nothing. And we're gonna have to do the same thing with our fire function. Okay. So next week, we will actually have a possess. We will do possess. We will kill it. We will kill the duder. We will possess the duder, and then we'll do something with its face. With face. I don't know what the fuck face is gonna be about, but Anyway, end it here, narrator. And there you have it, game developers. Tune in next time for Doug teaches Ue4 mini tutorials. Yes.